Comes the blitz.
Watson got rid of it. Sideline incomplete.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just watched Deshaun Watson's last play as a Houston Texan. What is good, Jets fans? You're tuning into New York Jets News. I'm your host, Stu Jet. Today we are talking about the crazy Deshaun Watson rumors and how he could possibly end up on the New York Jets in the coming months. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me on social media. Link is in the description below. One of the most talked about topics so far this offseason has been Deshaun Watson. If you did not know, he is not happy with the Houston Texans organization because they are not involving him in the general manager, or they didn't involve him in the general manager search. He's not actively involved in the head coaching search. Those are just to name a few. There are plenty more reasons. I mean, this guy literally found out that the Houston Texans were hiring this guy to be their next general manager through social media. The same way he found out DeAndre Hopkins was being traded. And the two guys he wants the Houston Texans to hire are Eric Bieniemy and Robert Saleh, and they are one of the only NFL teams to not interview both of those candidates. Deshaun Watson's looking at the Houston Texans situation and he's thinking it's not good. I mean, they have no premium draft picks this year, no cap space to sign big ticket free agents, and ultimately all of their decent, good players are either free agents or asking for a trade. So he's like, this Houston Texans situation is crap. And I want to move on from here. I mean, teammates are saying this guy's requesting a trade, and Andre Johnson, former Houston Texan legend, is advising that he move on from Houston. So now a Deshaun Watson trade seems very likely. And a lot of people on the internet this past week have been kind of going over some teams that could be Deshaun Watson's home in 2021. And one of those teams has been the New York Jets. They actually are one of the most talked about teams when it comes to getting Deshaun Watson. And I mean, how could they not be? I mean, they literally have 5 first-round draft picks over the next 3 seasons, plus a young quarterback in Sam Darnold that they could send to the Houston Texans in a trade with Deshaun Watson. And if we do get Deshaun Watson, we have a lot of cap space to afford him and go out and sign big ticket free agents that this guy might want. You want Allen Robinson? Sure, we could sign him. You want Joe Thuney? Sure, we could sign him. You want Matt Judon? Sure, we can sign him. So I mean, overall, the New York Jets sound like the place Deshaun Watson might be in 2021. And I mean, a lot of people are kind of debating on if the New York Jets should make this move or not. There's no reason to debate. They should make this move. This is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL, also in his prime, that is going to be on the open market in the coming weeks. And the fact that you won't trade for him because it will cost us a lot of draft picks, or because we have Sam Darnold, makes absolutely no sense. This is Deshaun Watson we're talking about, a guy who's most likely going to end up in Canton. So if I were the New York Jets, I would call the Houston Texans as soon as Deshaun Watson requests a trade and say, yo, I have an offer you can't refuse. There's one thing that scares me. The possibility that Deshaun Watson might not want to come to the New York Jets because he has that no trade clause on his contract. So the New York Jets and the Houston Texans could agree on a trade, but Deshaun Watson could say, I don't want to go to New York. But by the end of the day, Deshaun Watson to the New York Jets sounds really likely. I mean, we have cap space to afford him, and we have the assets to trade for him. You guys want the New York Jets to trade for Deshaun Watson? Comment your thoughts down below. I'm your host, Stu Jet, signing off for now. See you later.